Hello everyone, my name is MD Mahdeen Khan, and today I'll be presenting on Chapter 8, the topic of altruism. The name of my presentation is The Warmth of Giving, Altruism in Action from Sociological Theory to Social Movements. And today we'll be exploring the impact of altruism from a social sociology and psychology lens. So let's get started. Um, we'll first start with the introduction and relevance of what altruism is. A widely accepted definition of altruism in sociology is the tendency of some people to value the health and well-being of others, often above their own self-interest. So keeping that in mind, the article that we'll be using as the basis of our presentation is an article by Robert Wuthnow, uh, named Altruism and Sociological Theory, Social Service Review. And I've attached a link for the article down below if you guys were interested in giving it a read. I just want to quickly start off by giving a quick summary of what he discusses in the article and essentially what his research entails. So in the article, Withnow's research provides a critical examination of altruism within the context of sociological theory, emphasizing its need emphasizing its need and importance in understanding human behavior. Along with that, the study highlights how altruism has been historically overlooked in favor of self-interest based models, yet remains a fundamental aspect of social solidarity, especially in times of crises like social movements and social revolutions and whatnot. His research is vital in social psychology as well as it bridges the gap between individual actions and broader societal trends, illustrating the transformative power of altruism in creating community and collective well-being. Withnow's work ultimately emphasizes the need to evaluate altruism as a core component of social and psychological theory. Um, yeah, so altruism, he mentions, has been a critical concept in sociological theory with deep roots in the Christian religion under the notions of selfless love. Whatnow also discusses how altruism evolved as a key factor in understanding social solidarity and collective actions. So we'll see that later on in the presentation where we analyze altruism and how it relates and uh, shows in that video of a protester, a Black Lives Matter protester, carrying someone who's not of the same color or race to safety because they were injured. So we'll see how all of this ties in together. And yeah, the presentation explores the relevance of altruism in both historical and modern contexts, like I just mentioned, including the recent Black Lives Matter movement. Um, Altruism also challenges our traditional views to self-interest and contributes to our understanding of collective welfare. So it's very important for us as a society to understand this concept. So some background and some theoretical framework. Altruism's evolution in sociological theory has been influenced by key thinkers such as Durkheim and Weber. Worthnow provides a multidisciplinary approach integrating insights from sociology, psychology, and economics. And to add to that a little bit, by integrating these diverse perspectives, the author demonstrates how altruism is not only influenced by collective norms and social structures, but also a psychological phenomenon driven by individual motivations and cognitive processes. Additionally, he considers that economic implications of altruistic behavior, explores how acts of kindness and generosity can impact social welfare and resource distribution. So these are very key points that we need to remember. His approach also allows for a richer, more nuanced understanding of altruism as a concept, and it highlights its complexities and significance across different areas of studies, as we just mentioned. So we'll see again the idea of altruism being portrayed and exemplified in the Black Lives Matter protester carrying an injured individual to safety and not one from his same race or anything like that. So this shows how transcending uh, and how inclusive the concept of altruism can be and why it's so important for us to understand. Um, yeah, so altruism is studied across many different disciplines, and ultimately it shows its importance in social cohesion and solidarity. We can start to understand that um, even if it's a individual movement or a movement of a certain group, collective action and collective involvement is still something that needs to be considered. So, some methods, findings, and implications. Um, Essentially, uh, the method that Wood now analyzes altruism through is that he analyzes historical and sociological texts to trace the concept of altruism. In exploring the concept of altruism, what now employs methodical analysis of both historical and sociological texts, like we just mentioned, by tracing how the idea of altruism has evolved. What now uncovers the conditions under which altruistic behaviors becomes most prevalent. His findings indicate that altruism tends to emerge in contexts where social solidarity is either threatened or requires reinforcement. This insight is particularly relevant when examining modern social movements like the Black Lives Matter movement, as we've been talking about, where acts of altruism often plays a critical role in mobilizing collective action and getting everyone kind of on the same page. Furthermore, understanding the dynamics of altruism helps explain the motivations behind these movements and provides frameworks for understanding how individuals behave during times of social upheaval. And for example, the actions of individuals who step forward to protect and support others in the midst of protest reflect this deeply ingrained social behavior of altruism. And so that kind of helps us to understand the implications and helps us understand that altruism, again, explains the motivations behind social movements like Black Lives Matter and how people act during such movements and how those actions can incite collective movement and collective revolution and whatnot. So, and how that's critical. Uh, Finally, the author suggests that altruism serves as a powerful tool for social cohesion, especially in times of crisis, by creating a sense of shared purpose and community. Altruistic acts helps to bridge divides and create a stronger, more unified society. At the end of the day, it's better and more powerful when social movements are united and people from different backgrounds are involved. It makes the whole movement just that much more powerful. So we can see how altruism is a truly important concept that we have to understand in order for us to understand how these movements or any of this really works. And yeah. So my main conclusions and takeaways are altruism is a key concept in sociological theory and social psychology, challenging traditional views of self-interest. Um, Movements like the Black Lives Matter protest provides a powerful modern example of altruism in action, especially like that video of that Black Lives Matter protester carrying someone from the opposite race to safety just because he was in danger. And our big takeaway is altruism continues to shape human behavior and societal structures, driving social change. And understanding altruism is essential for analyzing both historical and contemporary social dynamics. Lastly, my discussion questions are as follows. Feel free to discuss and get back to me with what your opinions and thoughts are. So the questions are: how does the concept of altruism challenge traditional views of self-interest and social psychology? In what ways does BLM example reflect or contradict the theoretical practices of altruism discussed in our scholarly article? Can altruism be sustained in modern societies where individualism is often emphasized? What role do social movements play in this? And how might our understanding of altruism influence policymaking, particularly in the areas of social justice and community building? So that's been my presentation today. Thank you very much for everyone listening. And if you guys have any questions at all, just let me know. And thank you. Have a great day.